Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're watching the final two episodes of Season 2 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Very excited to be back here finishing Season 2. Moving on to whatever else is next after that. I can't even imagine. Straight off rip into those YouTube comments there. We have one here from Iwayuru. Just a broad thank you to everybody for last week for bearing with me as I was a little bit less content. There was a little bit less stuff there, so thank you. And yeah, let's just jump through here, why not? First segment, completely anime original. That was one of my big questions out of last week, was, okay, is that like two chapters that we've adapted into two segments of the... No, it's completely original, sure. And now that we've mentioned this as well, that the last segment is actually chapter 11 of the manga all the way back then, that makes a lot of sense too with its structure. It feels very early in the show, it feels very paint by numbers with the characters we have in the show up till that point. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Apparently we do this quite often, and that's why it feels like we've went back to the jokes where this girl is this. Nami's normal. It was a good Nami normal joke, but you know, I feel like we've moved on beyond that. It was really a tale of two halves last week's episode, I would say. The detective segment was certainly a lot of fun, stands up there with some of the most unique stuff in the show, I would say, some of the better stuff this season. And yeah, though the reference itself would be understood by a Japanese audience, I like that it stands on its own as well. It's a genuinely pretty good mystery with some decent tension, really good direction across the board. Obviously Shinbo, so like, he knows what he's doing, he's very good. Yeah, it was a swell time. Upon editing last week's segment, I think I underanalyzed a lot of the under the hood stuff going on. There's a lot of judgment on Sensei for the way he treats these characters, because Sensei, the detective, is also kind of, not the same literally, but is kind of the same as the master guy that died. It's really fun that you have this character that is very similar to the one that died that's investigating the mystery. There's a lot of fun in that too. A lot of analysis could be had. And yeah, just generally under the hood stuff this season, it's getting a little bit foreboding in general. Just, I don't know. I don't know where we're going these two episodes, but may even be overall stuff for the show at this point. We'll have to wait and see. Sonetsky was doing a little boy voice, potentially. That's pretty based. I like that. And yeah, just while we're on the topic of voice acting performances, a lot of crossover here between this and Monogatari. Chiri is played by Marina Inoue, who is Oikuro Sodachi from the, I don't know, whatever arc she's in Monogatari. Good character, very good character. That's not even mentioning the obvious Kamiya as well, who plays Araragi, the main character there. Obviously working together with Shinbo on both this and, you know, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei and Monogatari. Those two in tandem. Usui is voiced by the voice of Kuchinawa, which I don't have a name for the voice actor there, but is also the voice of Jinroku and Tokita the butler. I liked his name Sebastian better. I thought that was superior. That's a weird pull. Okay, sure. Talented for VA. Yeah. Kuchinawa. That's a blast from the past too. And yes, the obvious Koyasu Dio. Dio is playing Itoshiki's brother Kei in this, who's only appeared a handful of times, as well as Tadatsuru from Tsuki Monogatari, and then a little bit later on as well. Yeah, another cool character for sure. Again, Koyasu's great. He's obviously great. Shoutouts to Utena, obviously. Shouting out some fantastic yelling VA work on this time code as well. Apparently this PN that was next to Kafka Fura in the opening credits, that is pen name. We mentioned that all the way back in Season 1, Episode 1 at that time code as well. So I don't know, it could be something. Again, we're playing fast and loose with that name too, for sure. Anyway, fun stuff. And oh yeah, you don't want to get me on my Azumanga Daioh stuff. I think it's underrated still. Like people meme about it, and they like to make like little short form things of the jokes and whatnot, and really focus in on Osaka as well. I just think it's just fantastic television. It's just so funny. I don't even know what else to say. It's very good. And yeah, from there we'll jump out of the YouTube comments and we'll give Patreon a bit of a shout out. So next week I might look to do all three of those OVAs together depending on timing, because I technically have a day off this day next week because it's a public holiday here in Australia. Very, very cool. We love the king. Based, I guess. So that could be a thing that I do. There could be 3 episodes of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei up there already for you on Patreon. You can give me $5 a month and have that. I don't know. It's up to you. As well as obviously Apothecary, Diaries, and Land of the Lustrous as well, which I'm enjoying a lot. I want to go read more now, but I can't. Anyway, many people have given me money, and I appreciate them, such as Mickey Babbers, AJ, Banana Rama Hamadama Sama, Bisa, Capella, Choba Ruby, Copley, Dapper Dwarf, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Flo Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Greybeard, Guanal, Gus N, Hans Peter, I'm Mildly Anxious, Ika, Iwayuru, Yako Yavanen, Jacob R, Jummy Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake L Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Parnick, Pencil Sharp 333, Ron Led BNK, Saint Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Akumansa, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, and Aidan O'Brien. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And yeah, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei time, Sayonara time, Zetsubou something, brain work, good. It's going to be something. I don't know. Things will occur. Look forward to it. And with that stellar intro, we'll jump into episode 12. Episode 12 of the show. Why not? Hello, I am White, and this is episode 12 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei Season 2, 23 minutes and 38 seconds, and this one sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have the copy that is linked in the Discord that Iwayuru has made for me. Thank you very much. That being said, that's only for episode 12. I'll be going back to Celery on their recommendation for episode 13. So look forward to that, I guess, as well. Either way, picture-in-picture version in the description below if you don't want to mess with that at all. I don't know. I'm going to give this thing a 3, 2, 1 now. Radio? 3, 2, 1. Go. A stork that is flying through the air jet speed? Huh? Senetsky was looking at me that time. Okay, so I must ease into relaxing? Funny. Okay. Wow. I'll take it. Also his fashion, man. Aw, stick in the mud. I think she's ready to have a day off too. That's really pretty. Oh, okay. You have a secret plan or something? Sure. Okay, that's a decent Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei premise. You have to ease yourself in. Like, even into things that would be relatively easy otherwise, like relaxing. You have to build up some repetitions into relaxing, which is just not the way it works at all. I'm going to miss the Roomba song for sure. It's so good. I was going to say, I thought it looked a little bit different earlier than this point as well. Yeah, really pretty. Just that splash of color there on the otherwise grayscale opening. Cool. A lot of artifacting and a lot of effects put on top of it. Take those effects away at a certain point. It's not rocket science. Just works. What the fuck? Come fly with me? Ew. Excuse me? All the colors. Hard landing seems to be the thing that we're going with here. Oh. Okay. Oh, she's sick. Hell yeah. It's a gaming machine. End of serialization airport. Oh, that's great. I want to go back and read all that. Yeah, I'll stick with the California rolls. Oh, Fuller is here. Let's go. Got to introduce him slowly. Huh. Uh... Fuller, you're fucking scary as hell. What happened? No, that's not ideal, though. Yeah, it became less about contact and more about... Okay. Do you want me to show you a bit of leg or something? Okay. Yeah. Because you're the panty shot character. Come on. Wow. It's not even a panty shot. His face there looked fucked. Okay, you're in despair? Great choice. Whoa. Oh. It's really interesting looking blood. What's that hair here? I think pretty much anything's too much of a hard landing for you. Never do that, by the way. Oh, I wonder who it is. Ew. Yeah, but what's your plan, Chio? Oh, swings and roundabouts, eh? Bald freak. Meru's making her voice heard. We're torturing him? Yeah, fair enough. Chira, you'd like this, though. You get to go back to school again. Good work, Mario. What? I don't know what he made next. Sure, let's go with 6. Funny, I guess? I don't know. Probably. Chances are high. Okay, getting dragged into somebody else's drama. What? Oh. Okay, I don't really care. Can you take me to where I need to go? Me and Sinetsky, apparently. Oh. That's really funny. Yeah. I mean, you let yourself be dragged into somebody else's drama, but that's also very relatable. What do you want me to do about it? I can do that. I'd do that anyway. That's just natural. Is there a joke here or something? I'd sing happy birthday. I don't know. Don't be a stick in the mud. Oh. Where's this kind-hearted man? Sure. Moving swiftly onwards. The cursed hotel room. Oh. And now, now I just have to sit in the dark? That's kind of funny. I didn't do anything. Hoodlum A. That's a fun framing device. Like the movie of somebody else's life is their drama. G. Pardon? Okay. Is that why the house was so cheap? Damn, this guy be buying property. Oh. uh, Another detective thing? Among Us. What's that in the back? How suspicious. Oh, that like a level up as well? That's really clever. I got really dragged into their drama. It's getting a little too real. Uh, what kind of role is that? You're the villain. uh, Dude, tell you what, it was raining today. It was fucking pouring. Oh, that's very pretty. Oh, do they have like a? Because we have El Nino and La Nina, so like, is that like their equivalent? Oh, Jinroku's reading manga. I guess the advertising works. Correct, yeah. I know who that is. Yeah, that's how ads work. Huh. This is very specific. That's me. Fun fact, I've played like 2,000 hours of FIFA and I don't even like watch soccer at all, really. It's just like me for real. That's my old friend. Yeah, that's another good. Yeah, video games are a great way to learn about this kind of stuff. Yeah, sure. Oh. Yeah, she did get an iPod Nano. Yeah, she fucking clocked your ass. That's crazy. Who asked? What? Yeah. I like the soundtrack too. Oh, so schön. What? Huh. No, it's just based. Based? Unfathomably based. Holy shit. The fuck are you talking about? Screenshot that. That's a good one too. What? Explain. I'm with him. Now this is a true patriot. Oh. True patriots will like this tweet. Alright, you're being weird about it. Yeah, Apotheary is weird enough. Huh? You gotta learn the law. See, now I identify with this as well. Still based. Wow. Yeah, do you want to know about that or? That was a really fun episode. Very, very quick. One of the more fast-paced ones, at least of recent times, especially compared to last week. Just jokes, 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 text on screen. I'll probably enjoy the rewatch quite a bit more. Again, that sounds negative because I liked what I saw, but I'll be able to slow down and actually read all the jokes. I'll be able to appreciate it more in the rewatch, I guess. But yeah, just some good old Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei esoteric nonsense. Really like the movement there too. Yeah, when we do the happy landings or whatever, soft landings, counter currents. There's one in the middle. Why am I forgetting? Oh, getting dragged into people's stories. Yes. Fura's fucking evil. Watch it now. Ew. What's the file? Okay. Asui, I guess. I was like, I recognize those character designs. Aoki Ume. Obviously, Hidamari Sketch. Obviously, the character designs for Madoka Magica as well. Very cool. Or at least the original 4. I didn't know about the rest of it. But yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I was like, I know what that is. Either way, we'll get that episode 13 up now. Just a reminder, celery. It's going to be celery, everybody. And there we have it. We have episode 13 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei Season 2 up there. 23 minutes and 25 seconds on that one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. Celery subs. The subs are going to look a little bit jank too because they're for a smaller screen. I don't know. Remember, it was a thing earlier this season. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to watch it. It's the last one here. And yeah, let's give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1. Go. Out with demons, in with fortune. Okay. Yeah, beat his ass. Why not? Yeah, they pelted his ass. Demons aren't real. Baldy. Wow. Mario fucking beat his ass. Who cares? Alright, everybody enjoy it. It's Roomba time. With a different colored visual, even again? Like that Sinetsky in the background there too. Oh! Don't hurt him now, Kaire. Come on now. Yeah, this feels like the final evolution of the opening. Red eyes, evil. Yeah, I mean, it's just a 10 out of 10 opening. It's so good. Yes. Are we going to be going on about this demon thing again? Oh, that was very fun. Yes, we are. Oh my fucking god. I say get the pistol. Dude, it's society's fault. Come on, Maizuru, what's going on? Okay. I feel like you're hiding a Oh, that's not a demon. That's a demon. He's huge? He seems chill. We can keep him. Who's that? Fonda. Yeah, you can keep those. Why do you keep bringing cults in, Fura? Loves a cult. Oh, so you... Okay, yeah, fair enough. What? Explain? Correct. We don't need you, bro. Oh. That's very north. Why'd they all follow him? Is he gonna live, or...? It got so dramatic for no reason. I think he's dead. A place further than the universe, or...? A little bit. Oh, he's become a wolf. Yo. Hosoda reference. Oh yeah, it's a tail. Yeah, good point. Oh. Bro lost his pet. Well, there's another pet there you can have. Okay, we're doing a Rakugo thing? Oh, it's my good friend. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm in. Oh. Yeah. Charm? What a story. I don't know, I liked it. Meru? What? Meru? Who's this comedy character? Oh, okay. Clearly. Heartless primary classmate? Okay. What does she even sound like? Shaft is so good. I like that stuff. I think I sound very different on recording than I do in real life, for sure. Yeah, Kami is very talented. Okay, so I'm gonna get a dub Meru. Someone's gonna dub Meru. Okay. Who is that bear? What the hell? In real time is crazy. Like a bra. Okay. Who the hell are you? Keen to do the liner notes on this one. She already did that. Shut up, moron. No, that's a different character. What? So can she talk at all, or? Whoa. Yo, turn off the show. Okay, I can't say I saw that coming. What are you talking about? Such as? Oh, CG phone. Oh, okay. We just did a second season. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. Good joke. Good jokes. I don't know. That's very funny already. I love when are you going to go see the film, not if. Like, when are you going to go see it? Where are we? Yeah. Sure. Never assume it makes an ass out of you and me. Let's go, classroom. Don't learn. It's time to look at some bullshit. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just planning ahead at a certain point. I feel like you're being a little bit pessimistic. Who the hell are you? You assumed incorrectly. He's chill. Your hairline, man. Okay. Gold digging, why not? Ew. Okay, kind of funny. Jesus. I like the lighting there. Ew. Are these the same freaks that we saw earlier this season? Ew. TMI. Please explain. Like? Low budget? Sometimes. Sometimes they don't. You just assume you'll get a season 3? Why are you here? Well, I had to assume that. I'd go to a tsundere cafe. Background's funny too. It's very appealing. Ew. Who the fuck are you? What is this JRPG character? Oh, see, we assumed they would fight, but they're chill. Where's Harumi? She could tell you about that. Yeah, let's go to the batting center together. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Yep. What is this? I'm not... No. Nakama. Okay, bye. The lack of season 3 fills me with despair. If I was to say, I would think that this episode and last episode are two peas in a pod. They're quite similar. They're just a lot. Reference, go, buh. As quick as possible, move on to the next thing. And yeah, for the record, they had a pretty good hit rate across this session. I was laughing, I was giggling, I was hooting, I was hollering. Very surprised we didn't, and there's still might be time, didn't run with the, oh, you assumed there would be a season 3 type joke. I thought that's what we were leading up to with the last segment of the season being something about assumptions. The finding the voice actress for Meru segment was very creative. I especially liked it when she kind of exited the scene and then other people were doing voices and hijinks ensued. I thought that was pretty good. Microsoft. Shout out to Anna Green Gables. Sure, thank you, Kometa. Yeah, interesting one. No mention of season 3. Must have came after the fact there. I'll return tomorrow for a little bit of analysis on that, but that was a rip-roaring good time, for sure. So I'll see you then. And we're back. It's the next day. I've read my liner notes. They were a bunch of bullshit like they always are. And I'm going to take forth from that into this session here, whatever I understood from it anyway. Yeah, these two episodes were alright. They were pretty good. Heavy on the references, as I said yesterday. Some pretty good concepts. If anything, the most exciting thing out of all of this is we get a full final version of the opening, which I think is one of my favorite openings. So I'm happy it got the updated visual. Now, I don't know what to prefer, because I was critical of the end of last season, where it was seemingly building up to something more serious, and then it just kind of went nowhere. And then they just did a bunch of bullshit and nothing mattered, and I don't know. That's something you could do. It fooled me. It threw me for a loop. I had no idea what was going on. Or you could do this, which is, I would call it more of the same, for sure. I don't know, I don't need my seasons to feel finalistic, especially not comedies, and especially not when there is definitely going to be more content, which we know that there is. I was just expecting something a little bit more. I guess the old friend character came back a couple of times. Like, I don't know, I would have liked to see Perry again or something. I don't know, just something to make it all feel a little bit more whole. I guess it's hard to talk about these two episodes in the macro. I don't think they succeed very well in the macro. If anything, it's just the momentary jokes that got me that were, funny, and I laughed. And again, is that not goal accomplished? Maybe it is. I don't know. Again, individual jokes pretty good. Even the overall concept for skits pretty good. Are we connecting to our overall season in a satisfactory way, in my opinion? No. Are we even trying to do that? Also, probably no. Either way, it's going to be hard to not just be joke explainer, so I'm going to try not to do that. But I enjoyed myself. They were good episodes. Let's dive back through here and see if I can spot anything peculiar on the rewatch as well. Well, for a start, I really like this. So behind my camera right now, hello Sinetsky. I like that she's staring directly at the audience. I think that's a really fun spot for her to be. She's always there. Harumi's fucking loving something as well. I don't know, a lot of stuff going on in the background. So, okay, concept for this skit. We need to do some prep time to be able to take a break effectively. I could explain that better. If we was to suddenly break or nosedive or any of these things, that would be bad. In that same way, if we were to suddenly go from full-on school to full-on vacation, then we would suffer. That's not the way it should be. Look at all these examples. Again, my understanding is that it's easy to vacation. You can vacation anytime, and I'll take that for sure. All the things that you described that need run-up time, like studying or a bicycle race like we showed before, all those things are strenuous and put pressure on the body. Not like a holiday. See, this is where the comedy comes from, this misconception from our sensei over here. And in general, this concept of a hard landing versus a soft landing. And again, giving people soft landings is what we want. Make it less abrupt. In a similar vein to the shot before, again, she's still there. We love to see it. Look at our little plan here. Look at the run-up we get to holidays, pre-summer holidays. Yeah, that's fantastic. 6.5 days off. You just do a half day on the Tuesday, then just fuck off. That's pretty good. Now, what is Chie's end game? Because she didn't really have a point. She came back at the end and said that we were going to do a similar thing on the other side. Does she just genuinely believe that having a kind of ease out of school into holidays and an ease back into school is a good idea? Is that what you're pushing? Because again, the kicker is when she comes back and says, we're also going to ease back into school towards the end of the holidays, which is basically the worst thing ever. So I don't know, are you just Satan? Is that the joke? I don't know. I do like Chiuri being the character to obviously go against the holidays as well. It's just some good gear. It's in character stuff. Are we ever going to explain the stork thing? I mean, I kind of get it. Kind of storks deliver babies, but I don't know. They're everywhere in this show, and apparently there's a manga chapter about it that we haven't seen. Sure. Okay, so we have a couple of good examples here in our, big list of things. I've made my feelings on the big list of things stuff clear, I'm sure. But there's some nice examples here of hard landings. The one I zeroed in on here is watching Haruhi from episode 1. Apparently newbies should start with episode 2. Very, very famous thing if you know anything about Haruhi is it chronological? No. Broadcast order versus chronological? Something like that? Yeah. Chronological gets weird in Haruhi too, because there's time travel, kind of. I I think that's the distinction. Either way, I'm a big advocate for if you're already into anime and like anime, watching it broadcast order is really fun. But if you're not used to this kind of stuff and you're just kind of getting your sea legs and you don't really know what Haruhi is, then maybe you should go straight in with that episode too. A couple of other fun ones here that I wanted to shout out too. Father's sticking you in a giant robot. Obvious Evangelion reference noted. Zoku episode 2. Apparently, the first segment of this episode, when it first broadcast, they were speaking gibberish or something. I remember somebody commented on the YouTubes about that as well. I think it would have been really fun if I watched the gibberish version, but, you know, maybe it wouldn't have as well. I would just think I would have been confused. Anyway, fun. Again, we do a lot of Haruhi, again, after reading the liner notes in kind of these 2 episodes overall, so guess there must have been on the mind. So either way, we're going to prepare for some smooth landings as opposed to the hard landings, and we've prepared this simulator. Obviously, this is some kind of Sega arcade game. Yeah, we go full on mech, pastiche, we just do, you know, all the normal stuff we do. So Chiri is tasked with doing a soft landing at the land of the end of serialization airport. First, I'll let the author know what his last issue will be. No, way too quickly. First, you need to start with a gentle comment from the editor. I'd love to read a different work from you. You gotta ease him in. You can't just, you know, say it's the last one. You gotta, you know, push him. Make it feel like it's his idea as well. You seem like you would enjoy working on a variety of different projects. Now that I think about it, that idea you told me about for the next series sounded kind of interesting. Okay, great. So we'll bring this series to an end so you can work on the next one. Perfect. Manipulation. You can't just tell him it's crap and it's done. You gotta let him down easy. The hell is Gizzard Shad? Shut up. Sushi's weird. Anime adaptation airport? Rejection, looking for other jobs, manga serialization, anime adaptation. That's pretty good. Again, Kumeta's always speaking from experience too. Oh yeah, and then Fura hops on and assimilates the entire human race with the aliens or something. She goes crazy. Also, Shadow's Gundam, I guess, too. I hate to shit on Asui as well, but I feel like the skit here kind of takes a nosedive when he gets involved. It's just like something about we need to gradually introduce swimsuits, so I want female students to be half naked in class or something. It's like, what? What are you talking about, you bald freak? Balding in your fucking teens? Oh yeah, Abiru here is thick as fuck. I remember this. Wow. Epic. You see what I mean? She's fucking everywhere in this shit. They can't stop the Haruhi. I do like the hidden lore going on in the background. We have Ai over here who received a present from a secret admirer. It's a bad t-shirt. I wonder who the bad t-shirt's from. I don't know, it's kind of like background lore. It's kind of fun. And yeah, as I said before, this is the kicker. Chie comes back and says, yeah, we're actually going to be gradually reintroducing school the same way we're gradually reintroducing holidays. I mean, if you believe in the concept of a soft landing versus a hard landing, then this must be the same thing too, right? I don't know, it kind of ruins the logic as I explained at the very start of the skit, right? You don't need to warm up for a break. If that makes any sense. This is a fun one too. I like Meru's hand behind here, just calling him a bald freak. That's something I would do. Question here, why does Chiri care? Because Chiri turns into the fucking Phantom of the Opera over here or something, and we're obviously like torturing him like medieval style. But I thought you wanted to go back to school. Oh. Torture for a soft landing into death is a fun flip on the concept too. Again, you see how this doesn't apply to everything now. Surely, Itoshiki, come on now. Oh yeah, the liner notes on this one was quite fascinating as well. So this is parodying a program that actually plays late night on Japanese TV. That would be a break in such things like late night anime or something, right? They would sit in a panel like this and it would present a survey or some other equivalent type thing. It's often very dry, as we could see here. I don't know, this seems like it's very much based on when the anime itself is being broadcast on TV. And again, if you're up late at night, the kind of person that would watch late night anime, I think you would get a kick out of something like this. Next skit here, and we have just the general concept of Itoshiki getting too involved in other people's drama. Not by any effort of his own, he just kind of gets pulled into these wacky situations. I'd say that this is one of the most broad premises we've gone for, and it leads to a lot of different jokes and a lot of different scenarios across its short runtime. It's less focused, I would say, but again, like, it kind of feels like I think you should leave a little bit too. I don't know. There's just it's a little bit of a Larry David-esque quality to it, I would say. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I thought it was okay. Just true scattershot, but I like this focus on other people's drama and involving other characters, and the irony of Sensei getting involved no matter how hard he tries not to get involved. First example here, we have the taxi driver. He's retiring today. He's had a long and storied career, and Sensei is going to indulge him by, asking to go to a place that he doesn't even need to go to, so we can hear this guy recount his entire life, as this is the last time he's going to be doing this. Yeah, Sensei was just looking to go to the airport, but instead he just says, broadly the ocean. Take me wherever the car will take me. And yeah, he ends up spending like $1,000 or something on a taxi fare? Yeah, that's no good. Oh my god. I don't really understand the next one, which is some happy birthday in a restaurant or whatnot. I don't know, Sensei's just kind of asked to sing along. That's not drama. I don't know, it's just kind of common courtesy. I would sing along if somebody asked me to sing along for happy birthday, even if I didn't know the person. It's just something I would do. That's not drama. I guess we have a flimsy framing device for this skit too, which is kind of further in the cinema, and each of the skits is kind of based around a film or some other Japanese film. Like there's references here for sure. So that's kind of fun. It's like the framing device of Sensei getting involved in other people's business as a character in a movie would often get involved in other people's business. Everything by nature of it being a screenplay must be important. There's never, passing background interactions between characters that are put to screen because there's no point, even though they happen every single day of our lives. I don't know, there's something fun and meta there of Sensei getting involved in these things almost on account of him being in a film. He needs to be involved in them, I thought this one was really funny, just the juxtaposition of everybody celebrating out here to the, visual spectacle of this saying happy coming of age day, or the congratulations down here, again, much like a movie or something, right? This is like the climax for him. When I'm the one that's suffering, I just have to sit alone in the dark. I think I was reading something. I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Just what a night I'm having. I don't know, they asked me. I guess I'm gonna do it. I thought this was a really funny one overall, just because, again, it feels Larry David. Like these people out here just like arguing, and I'm just trying to mind my own business, and I end up getting involved in their weird pervert fantasies. It's hitting that kind of Seinfeld itch for me, I think. Yeah, again, he's often billed as the background character here or something, right? And that broadly disappoints him. Just, I'm the background character in somebody else's drama. I would rather just not even be involved. Now, I don't know the significance, but the liner notes told me up here this is like caramel dancing. I don't know why it's here, but it's here. Sure. See, it's very hard to talk about individual skits in this larger skit. They're very quick. There was something about a legendary rocker that died young and Sensei bought the house. That's pretty good gear. I like this one too because it's very obvious he's being involved in a stereotypical murder mystery type story. A log cabin, all alone, disparate characters, that kind of thing. It very much feels cinematic, very much feels like he's a background character again, maybe the first to die or some equivalent. And again, it starts to fold in on itself. There's the one lady that thinks he's attractive, the guy in the glasses is really hot. That could be a way that you're dragged into drama. There's this detective guy that shows up. That's how he's dragged into drama. He can't escape it. It's just, again, it's building and building and building, kind of, in pace. Like more and more examples, blah, 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 blah. Tension built. There's going to be some kind of explosion at some point. And then, I don't know, a couple falls on him and he dies, and then the skit ends. I don't know. There's a decent ending, fine. Just too much. It's too much. I don't know. Again, especially coming off of last week, which was this, really purposeful and slow skit. And also kind of a murder mystery. It's night and day, for sure. I found this fascinating. The Pororoka countercurrent phenomenon is occurring in Japan right now. Up here, it's a tidal bore that occurs in South America's Amazon River and causes water to flow upstream. It happens during every full moon and new moon where the river edge meets the Atlantic Ocean. During rainy season, this phenomenon intensifies. The local indigenous language, the name means Great Roar. See, in my quick kind of skimming of this in the episode, I thought we were describing something happening in South America that causes something to happen in Japan at that same point. But no, we're just kind of merely using that concept. I thought, again, there's a thing in Australia where, like, if we're having droughts, South America gets flooded. And if South America's having droughts, we're getting flooded. That's kind of how it works a little bit, right? Or at least it has been for a little bit. I don't know if it is to continue. Either way, this concept of rising waves and whatnot kind of gets onto, I guess, this general concept in this skit of getting into something from something else, potentially because Japan has gotten into this phenomenon from South America. I don't know. These don't connect to me, but they're clearly trying to connect because we kind of go from like the rain here, riding the wave, to over here where Jinroku's getting into manga, which is pretty based. I don't know. I fail to see the connection. Apparently he's reading Fist of the North Star as well, so again, based. So the concept here is that he's gotten into reading manga from the pachinko machine. Again, odd, but also part of the reason why the pachinko machine is themed, right? This is the reason why they pay for the licensing. It's an ad, essentially. I don't know. Put the ad on the gambling and get the people to get into it. Makes sense to me. And just in general, then we have the kind of concept in this skit of getting into a series or something like that from a weird direction. Oh, countercurrent phenomenon. Okay, now I see how the two concepts link, for sure. Okay, yeah. So Jinroku would be on the countercurrent as opposed to the way which is it's supposed to flow, which is you're a fan of the manga and then you get into the pachinko machines. Now he's done the opposite. Okay. Again, they both work both ways. So many anime character-themed slot machines lately. Is there one for the guy from Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which is... That's who that is. Okay, sure. Yeah, man, we're just rolling through all the references, huh? For sure. Yeah, and count that 2 Evangelion references in like 2 seconds. For sure. I'm being told that this is a clan ad as well. It's not, because the hair color's wrong for Kotomi, but... Thank you, liner notes. I don't know why she has the wrong hairstyle. Yeah, I mean, Kotomi. Yeah, it's meant to be. That's weird. Maida, what are you doing? Get the right... It's like some bootleg shit. Now, this example here is near and dear to my heart because this is literally me. I'm still not into football. Like, not much at all, really. I like, probably wouldn't watch a game of soccer if it was on TV. I'd maybe give it a look, depending on the quality of the matchup and whatnot. But I know all the player names. I kind of know all the teams. Yeah, because they played a lot of FIFA. Like, a lot of FIFA. So... I don't know. Yeah, I get this concept. It's resonating. A similar concept can be seen with foreigners playing Gran Turismo. They get, some knowledge of Japanese cars, like a Nissan GTR or something like that. So that's kind of fun. Correction, apparently 200 of them were exported to England. I don't know. This seems very of its time because I'm pretty sure you can get a Nissan GTR these days. I don't know. I just went on carsales.com and... You can seemingly buy one, so I'd imagine they're being exported. Now, this was a really fun list as well. I thought there was some good examples here. So you get into Chinese history by playing Dynasty Warriors. Pretty fun. Techno music from Ridge Racer. Another good one. Rock climbing from Shadow of the Colossus. Fun. Obvious one, though. S&M clubs from Castlevania. I'm imagining that would be all the whips. Funny. Going to cabaret clubs from Yakuza. There certainly is a lot of soaplands and the like in that series. Getting super into heart underwear from Ghosts and Goblins. I guess you could squint and say that, sure. I don't know. I like the video game ones. I kind of get the references. It's another fun continuation. Remember how Nami wanted the iPod? She bought an iPod Nano and now she wanted a Mac. It works with the concept of the skit. It's good. Continuation. Oh yeah, and then we just spend like a straight minute calling out Harumi. You're only into Greek mythology because of Saint Seiya. You only moved to Sakura Josui because of Whistle. Look at this. Bet those boys kiss or something. Bet you into classical music because of Ava. Bible because of Ava. Psychology because of Ava. Yeah, very, very fun. I like the penguin here. That's a nice touch. You got Ray in the background. The angel behind my camera. Lots of good stuff there, for sure, for sure. Shout out to Evangelion, man. Yeah, I like how we do, it's really fun. It's like we're calling out these generic otaku that have all these special interests only because of what they're into. Like, you're only into all this artsy stuff because of Ava. I don't know, it's just calling out a bunch of people. I think it's kind of brilliant. I don't know, and then Fudo takes control and she says that going against the current, being a counter-current kind of guy is actually super manly. It shows a manly spirit, like a fish riding against the kind of flow of a roaring river. Oh no, and then everyone's like based for the next like 3 minutes or so. Another Haruhi reference, by the way. By the way, ponytails turn me on. I got into them from horseback riding. You're a freak. Also very fun is Your Voice by Sukata, who is also the voice of Kyon. Fun connection there to Haruhi too. I'm a man's man, so I'll get into Miyazaki's anime through his son Goro. Why do we hate Goro Miyazaki so much? I haven't even seen Tales of Earthsea. Is it that bad? Again, I'm seeing her everywhere, man. Shoutouts to Haruhi. I got into a first-rate university, but now I'm an at-home security professional. Hardy hardy ha. By the way, I'm also an at-home anime quality control checker. You're just a fucking loser is what you are. I started watching late night anime and before I knew it I found myself behind bars. I didn't even need the context, that one's just funny too. And then Asui ruins the skit again by going on about legs. I don't know, kinda based. She's fucking everywhere in this was it airing at the same time or something? This is crazy. Fucking Haruhi's everywhere. I think this is really funny calling out people that have Che Guevara shirts. Essentially Chiri like sees that Nami is just trying to buy the shirt, and then it's like, oh no, you need to know all the historical stuff that goes along with this before you just wear it as a fashion piece. I keep using it, but based Chiri. You should learn the history. Why not? It's very Chiri that wants to do things the proper way. It's very, very good. And then like questioning why she knows so much about revolutions and bloodshed. I mean, have you been seeing the rest of the show? Oh yeah, and don't you even try to buy this now, Meru. Come on now. That's even more fraught. You don't get me started. But see what I mean? That was 2 skits in a row where it just kind of ramps and ramps and ramps with a bunch of bullshit. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. It definitely is entertaining. And again, you're succeeding in the micro. My question is, I step back from the episode and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? I don't know. Maybe that's the intended response. Oh yeah, how did we feel about the celery subs? Because I need subs again going into the new stuff because, you know. So what's the consensus, I guess, for season 3 and the OVAs? That being... I don't know. Let me know. So yeah, we kind of start this next skit by pelting Sensei with a bunch of beans. I don't know. There was some pretty fun shots here. Like, I really like... Whereabouts is it? This shot here somewhere. Yeah, that one. Just everybody kind of, like, no-selling it. They're not even happy about it. It's just a necessary evil of doing business that we need to kick Sensei out like this. Also... He's kind of transparent, very good Asui. And yeah, the skit starts when Sensei starts to ponder where the demons, where these evil entities that we cast out on this day, wherever they go, they have no place. They have no home now. So they're just kind of homeless. They're out on the street, right? It's very funny that Chiri immediately says Onigashima as well. Like, there's a very obvious place that they go. It's like, no, don't believe in that fake made-up nonsense. And yeah, we do the Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei thing, where now this concept is applied to a bunch of different things. Yeah, I don't know. We are all proverbial demons being cast out by society as a whole. And where do we go when we're cast aside? That is the question we ponder. I also like this part where it's kind of meta, we like break Sensei in the middle of his little speech. It's like, where will they, where can they go after such a point? It's like, no, I don't care, let's just go home. And then we just keep pelting them all with fucking beans. I don't know, Asui's probably liking that too. Get off him. It's probably not ideal. I love Nami too, she's so cute. Oh yeah, just final shoutouts to the opening being extremely good. Particularly shoutouts to the dance sequence that is in full color now. with a few extra little additions there, like Kaede hitting those moves. Again, I commented in the moment, it now feels like it's complete. It's very, very good. So yeah, on this day, everybody has cast out their demons, and it's led to a large number of stray demons on the street. You know, much like, you know, a stray dog or a cat or a, you know, fucking raccoon or something. It's not really scary, but if they're all kind of together, it's kind of like a turn-off. I don't know. That's really dark too. Let's contact the authorities about these demons. What's going to happen to them? It's best you don't know, Chiori. I liked this too. We then come home and Majuru is keeping a demon as like a secret pet. It's giving like E.T. vibes a little bit. He is fucking terrifying too because of how like gangly he is. He has like Attack on Titan proportions. I don't really like that very much. We definitely commit to certain bits too, like Komori now just lives here too, and she's clearly got a thing going on with Majuru, which is odd. I don't know. I like it. It's a little bit of continuity in a show that doesn't do a lot of continuity. I'll take it. And then yeah, we expand it out, and you know, we Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei it up. Political reference, baseball reference. It's the playbook. What is it with Fura always having like weird cult people about too? This motherfucker looks like Araragi. What the hell? Yeah, just like keeps going on. Like, oh, we can't keep them all here. The public health people will be onto us, right? Again, it's really giving this idea of like a stray cat or something. We can't keep keeping all these cats around and whatnot. Well, the government will get mad at us. We'll get fined and that kind of thing. I don't know. Attaching that into all these disparate personalities is very fun. This skit really veers wildly at this point, where Sensei himself has been fired and turns into a stray of his own. He turns into a bit of a demonic presence of sorts. Because it really looked like we were leaning towards rehabilitation for all the demons before, again, you found out you were one of the demons as well. It's this whiplash at this point where the skit just changes. And I'm like, again, good thing, bad thing, you take it, you leave it, I guess. But never did really pay off on that Fura evil type thing. I don't know. Not this season, at least. That was weird. The only school that Sensei can find that takes him in is the most northernmost school, which, we have the sign here. Let's see if I can read it. Because apparently this is the most northernmost spot on Japan, you know, north up down Hokkaido. Now my hiragana is a bit rusty, but this is like Wakanai. Yeah, and apparently is a real place. And then he immediately gets fired from even that job, and then it turns into like a sensei's gone missing in the cold type story for a bit. Chiori's very worried. Again, we're constantly doing this thing where we kind of break the fourth wall, where it's like, oh yeah, it looks like there's this really dramatic scene going on here, and then it's just Komori and Majuru watching it at home. It immediately cuts the tension and makes it seem all very fake, and I feel like that's purposeful. Like, again, it gives it the same stakes for the viewer, as in us, as the stakes for that viewer there, you know? Nothing's really changed, and the status quo's not changing, but still comfy and safe, home alone. It just immediately sucks all the stuff out of it. And again, that's purposeful. Because again, you'd be stuck in a situation like me earlier on with the show where I'm like, how much of this stuff am I meant to be taking seriously? And the answer is I'm not meant to be taking it seriously at all because Sensei is completely fine. Look, there he is. He turned into a furry. I don't know. That's a way to live. This story made an impression on some people when it was shown on local stations. What the hell are you talking about? And then it just turns into like an anime thing here at the very end. That's kind of like, what? Okay, at least Sensei's safe. That's all that matters. Oh yes, then we have my favorite character over here. What's his name again? Your name. It's like Jun or something. Yeah, Kudo-kun, of course. I really like him, and I feel like he's a perfect casting to be somebody that's doing Rakugo. I feel like that's just his vibe. This expressionful storyteller, sneaky deep. It's all those things you love about Rakugo as well. Needless to say, I don't think you can get many characters or many voice actors for this kind of role and just like nail this, you know, Rakugo setting. It takes some talent. I'm trying to praise the show and the voice work and not doing a very good job at it. Particular shoutouts to the sound effect when we're talking about BL Dojin. Just feel like that's appropriate. Yeah, but again, like that's just mainly the framing device for this whole Meru needs to find a voice type storyline. Just this story about Harumi back in the day finding people to make dojins for her. I don't know. There's a fun joke at the very end, very Rakugo, of course. But yeah, I don't know. It's very doesn't flow. It's not flowing, you know. Either way, Meru's father is here and is very much in support of his daughter. I don't know. I guess what Sensei said was borderline offensive. Kind of. Like, barely offensive, I guess. As Meru's father explains, Meru has a bit of a complex about her voice based on an interaction when she was smaller, when she was younger, right? So she doesn't speak now, and I don't know, makes it hard for her to express herself. It's very interesting that she was at a Rakugo show as well. Again, she deeply respects words and their use and performance, but can't do it herself, is relegated to the phone. There's something deeper there for sure. Again, this is another thing that's hitting close to home for myself. Hearing yourself on tape or on recording after, you know, a while. I've gotten used to it, obviously, but first time I was like, holy shit, that's not what I sound like. It absolutely is what I sound like. Oh yeah, he fucking killed somebody because those classmates that were originally mean. You're a murderer? That's pretty cool. I like that. Our genius solution to this problem is to hold voice auditions for Meru. She'll essentially get dubbed on the fly as she's speaking and making thoughts. Again, this doesn't work very well. There's always going to be a mismatch between what somebody is dubbing you and what you're actually thinking, right? We can see this evidenced when she gets the little speaker on her neck and it starts saying all the wrong things. I don't know, there's an inherent misunderstanding of a person's brain and it connecting to the voice. That again is quite humorous. Again, there's a really nice situational comedy vibe to this skit in particular, which makes it one of my favorites from this session. Looking through the crowd, there's definitely loads of freaks here that are voice acting for sure. Aren't these two motherfuckers Vocaloids as well? All these Vocaloids are trying to be Meru, man. What the hell? It's very notable that Meru disagrees and doesn't want this to happen the entire journey. It's just something bad that happens to her. Again, this is really fun dichotomy with her character, right? She's aggressive when she's texting, right? But in reality, she's quite meek and, you know, just kind of goes with the flow and can't stand up for herself or nothing, right? It's like the phone is her outlet for that kind of stuff. And yeah, we go through a bunch of esoteric Japanese jokes here. I liked this one. I think that this lovely lady is the voice of Goku, so it's fun that we're getting a very popular voice actress that doesn't always look the part of her characters to do another job very similar. Feel like that's pretty cool. Stereotypical white guy, pretty cool. And then yeah, the aforementioned Vocaloid Hatsune Miku, of course. The creator of Minecraft, we must remember. I thought we'd do more voice actor specific jokes. Again, much like that skit earlier in the show where we got different VAs to voice different characters and it was all very confusing. I thought we'd go full in on that concept again, but not quite. I do like Nami putting Meru at the end of sentences, like she's some cutesy character that would say something like that. Again, it's great trolling. It's just classmates trolling each other, which is the good stuff. Shut up, moron. Chiri, calm down. You're just there to show your panties anyway. No, that's Kaire. Either way, Meru cracks the shits. She's had enough. She's running away. However, she's also notably out of, you know, the parameters of the experiment. You know, we're no longer around people that understand your condition and what's going on and what the necklace is, right? First, we run into this creepo pervert guy. Wow, Taipu. Which is just really terrifying. Like, look at this fucking guy. Holy shit, fuck off. And yeah, Isui saves the day by saying oppai in a funny voice, which doesn't match what he had in his mind over here. Which, I don't know, shoutouts to Isui for saving the day. Screenshot that too, that's another good one. CG phone, CG phone, CG phone. Look at that. Wow, pretty cool stuff. I don't know how to describe that CG phone, but it looks very shaft. I don't know. Araragi always had the flip phone too, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Either way, misunderstanding time when Kafka says I love you at the same time that Majiru and Meru run into each other, resulting in a misunderstanding. And then, yeah, to kind of bookend the skit, we go back to the Rakugo with Kudo over here. Very, very cool. And yeah, we're getting a little bit fourth wall, adding color and voices to the opening. Just this general idea in this story of lying to your tormentors, saying that you hate something and getting them to provide it for you. Fun one here. I'm afraid of a second season. We're looking forward to a new season of the show potentially, and this would infer that that's what we're going to provide, right? I don't know. I liked it. Yeah, again, calling it explicitly with these three over here, right? Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Oh, this is up there with the best first lines for a skit. When are you going to see the Prince of Tennis film? What would give you the impression that I would even be going? I love the audacity of when. When are you going to go see it? Like it was already a given that you would. That's so good. I gotta start doing that to all my friends, saying, when are you going to see blank film that they're obviously not interested in? They're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It would be so good. So, and I was under the impression, because we're putting into a skit about assumptions, that this would just be building up to, oh, you assumed there would be a season 3, but there isn't. And then, ... There is a season 3, though. I thought we were going to do something like that. Maybe we did and I just, like, missed it, but weird. Oh, I guess this is, like, Shaft Inside Baseball stuff, too, based on this over here. That's kind of funny. Like, assumptions and whatnot. Sure. It's like we're completely throwing out, like, the first part of skits sometimes, too. It's just like, yep, assumptions is the bit. Soccer reference, political reference. Okay, just how many terrible assumptions there are there out there? Let's go have a look, gang. Like, that was 20 seconds or so. It's crazy. I just want to get to know the KyoAni guys. I don't know. You can. I'm sure you can. I'm sure they're nice. Weird, sure. I guess that goes along with all the Haruhi stuff in this 2-episode chunk too. They're really into KyoAni at the moment. Shoutouts Nami. Nami's on screen. Nami's being correct. Shoutouts Nami. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He must be related to old mate with the terrible t-shirts in the class too, because he offers this abomination to Sensei. Oh yeah, these two are disgusting. I remember this. I don't know. I don't have much to say for the rest of the skit up to this point too. They're just kind of doing assumptions. There's a bit there about a gold digger wife or something, and I don't know. Sure, it doesn't do much for me is the point. Now, this did a little bit more for me just on how gross it was. So these two are fighting on the assumption that they'll break up and have really good makeup sex. It's like they're acting and role-playing this whole situation knowing that each side is going to do each other thing, and it turns them on, and it's honestly sickening. This is one of the most truly depraved things I've ever seen. This nerd over here keeps listing more examples too. There was a particularly concerning one about eroge and the age of characters, which is not great. Either way, they've left the classroom. I need to remember, like, kind of the structure of the skit. They've left the classroom. They've hit the town to see all the assumptions. They've gone to, like, the otaku section of town, and then they're like, huh, okay, that guy said all that shit. Let's find somewhere to eat. They find some kind of maid cafe thing, which is kind of like a tsundere cafe, right? To which Fura is randomly working at, and yeah, customers understand that this is a tsundere cafe. They make that assumption. Again, the kicker here being the age of the waitress. Like, considering her age, that sort of behavior is a little bit not great anymore. And yeah, she's behaving under the assumption that she's 17 forever. Sounds like that voice actress lady from earlier in the show as well. But again, it just reminds Sensei of the skit again, and he goes back on his bullshit. Oh yeah, this guy was great. The Fist of Despair doesn't require 2 successors, so we assume that these two are going to fight. What a sudden development. This man has arrived and made a threat on our teacher's life. Just really like this shot in general again. Fantastic. It's like Brady Bunch style. You even get a panty shot in there for good measure. And yeah, as it turns out, again, they're not going to fight. We assume they were going to fight. They're actually going to fuck. I don't know. I guess that's the 2 modes in this skit. It's fighting and fucking. Apparently, it's a common theme in shonen manga to see this kind of thing before they go off to the batting center, and we make some good old BL out of it. Yeah, look at this. We get a bit explicit here. I'm probably not going to hit space again. It's quite a bit. Okay, now I need to read this too. So this is Nakanao Lee, Secret Society of Dark Patriots 7th leader. That's some shonen BS for sure. This is, remember that, like, Sonic OC, that edgy hedgehog or whatever? It's like that. edge bleed or whatever the hell. In truth, his eye patch is a restraint. When he removes it, he awakens and enters his berserk state. He then cannot be stopped until he slaughters every living thing around him. Afterwards, he must sleep for 3 days and 3 nights. Although he is hard-hearted, he enjoys art, especially Pablo Picasso's Guernica. In preparation for the upcoming battle with the Mako group, he is searching for the warriors who hold the 7 seals of the elements. Since the water power he himself possesses is too great, he normally restrains it using the power of the flame skirt. This is great. This is some just straight shonen garbage. I love it. Absolute pinpoint parody. Love this character. I hope he appears again. That guy's fucking really funny. And then, yeah, the kind of season ends on everybody getting their little Zetsubou moment. That's a fun shot too. And again, I thought it would say Season 3 confirmed or whatever the hell, but I don't know. I guess that happened after that point. Nice bit of art to finish this off though there too. And with that, we'll close it out. Yeah, a little bit... half and half on the episodes. They're okay. Funny in the micro. Kind of incomprehensible in the macro, if I'm honest. But either way, OVA's next week. I still laughed and stuff, so it must have been okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try to knock over all 3, but again, let me know how tangible, how feasible that is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you next week. Bit of a weird recording, but I'll catch you guys later regardless. See you later. Goodbye.